Hi, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We are continuing The Boys. This is Season 2, Episode 4, titled Nothing Like It in the World. And the last episode, that was a holy shit episode if I've ever seen one. Fuck, man. Everything with Stormfront, obviously. We know there were some hints about who she really is sprinkled throughout the previous two episodes. But she really showed us who she is in at the end of that one. And then the thing with the fucking whale, Lucy. That it was another one of those, which is jaw on the fucking floor moments from this series. And we've seen quite a lot of those. So it's going to be interesting what's going to happen in this one. Because, the secret is out about Compound V. And there are some stuff that the boys, they've been looking into, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. Do you have anything you want to say before? Nope. Alrighty, then let's just jump into the episode. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up your own copy of the episode with our video and early reactions for some of the other shows that we're doing. It's all over on our Patreon page. The link is down in the description below. And here we go.
Jeg kræfter mig også en, der dyttede i morges kl. 6:30, og jeg sådan, lad være.
Lad være.
Strong sexual content and added to the mix, right? Okay.
Yeah. They're upping the ante each episode, or adding a new.
Authorities have initiated a manhunt for William Butcher.
It's not. It's a
Oh.
fucking coup from the inside.
I'll know who killed Lena. Something to do with a suit terrorist smuggled into Jersey.
Doing it previously on? Oh, it's because it's after the first batch of episodes.
Yeah. No.
Dr. Diabolical.
Yeah.
Speaking of diabolical,
I said he was mine.
Communication is everything. Steve laughed and said, we were never having kids, which was news to me. So, yeah, communication.
what?
Why don't they talk about stuff like that? I mean,
Oh, Frenchie. Can't imagine that's gonna help anything.
Left 59 people dead and over 100 injured. His name, Kenji.
Oh yeah, and of course they blamed all of the deaths on the terrorist.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, I was...
friend.
Not while she's fucking grieving, at least.
She's so fake.
So this is where you go when you get upset?
Yeah, because he can control that situation.
Yeah. Or
He's
so.
an abuser. Of course, he goes to the place where he can actually abuse.
There you are.
What?
I was beginning to worry.
Yeah, this isn't the same house, is it?
Is it a fantasy? Or...
Are you thirsty?
Sidwell showing up with a glass of milk? Yeah, that might be exactly what it is. A fantasy.
Oh, God.
My good boy.
I thought we were done with this messed up fuckery. Something about... Yeah.
You mentioned her before.
Get Marvin to talk to this Liberty. Address on the back, North Carolina. I found Becca. Or at least our best guess where she is.
I didn't come through.
Jesus, Butcher, I'm just giving it to you.
Just take it.
Get out of my hair.
See? Watching Taxi Driver.
Disrespected. Fucking terrorist was my save, not hers.
Save?
It's mine. Change back! Change back! I'm sorry!
Oh!
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's okay. Come here.
Oh, that's really fucked up. That's even... A fantasy would just have been This is poor doppelganger.
You're the most powerful man in the whole wide world. And there's nothing that you cannot do.
He is literally stroking his ego.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Homelander.
Oh.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
No more lies.
You want to kill me? Because I'm not a murderer and I won't straight up execute someone, then go ahead. Am I lying?
It is part of the truth.
I'm not lying.
Stupid bastard.
Fuck. Definitely wasn't expecting him to kill her or anything, but you never fucking know with this show. Oh, hey.
Oh,
What you want?
Black Noir. Would you like an almond joy?
Butcher.
Do you mean William Butcher? I'll keep you posted when we find them.
Find him now.
Or you can join me.
Really can't get a read on this guy.
Nope.
I can't do this anymore.
Are you fucking insane?
Taking her with them?
She can't come with us, you piece of shit.
So I understand the mission on there. I could tell Bob that I'm going to visit.
What's up, man?
Huh.
Was that the
That was the guy who
right?
didn't beat him, but they were, last season.
It's new fitness outreach for toddlers. Apparently they're getting obese.
What?
Hey, Train, you're out.
Out of what?
Out of 7.
The fuck? You're gonna have your own reality show on VOT Plus. The outpouring of love and gratitude is gonna be off the charts.
Oh, this is bullshit.
I do want you to know, though, this was really hard for me. Okay? It's nothing personal.
No.
Really seems like it. Mm-hmm.
Etc.
Etc.
Attaboy.
What?
Oh, we in the southern states.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
That fucking song.
Ryan started the fire.
Oh, don't do that.
Chill. Not your goddamn chaperone.
Oh my god.
They say if you love someone, you should set them free.
Wait, was that the
Yep.
fucking Confederate flag? Shit.
Someone, you will never let them go. These two skeletons with their arms around each other. That's love.
Why aren't they both guys?
Is that the one?
I don't know.
But what are these interviews?
Yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Yeah. Fuck, Butcher. What you're doing right now?
It's dangerous.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. I hope it does, but I'm not counting on it.
Wanted to make her feel
That's not how you do it.
You thought a kiss would make her feel better, or you feel better?
Mm-hmm.
She was in pain. I wanted to help.
You two want a room? You and the donut.
Oh, it's just,
She's not allowed to eat.
my mom
Yeah.
never let me have this stuff. But my dad, he'd listen.
My pops, he'd always ask for samples. Now, this place had 31 flavors, and that man would taste each and every flavor every time we'd go up in there. My ass was so embarrassed.
When did he?
16 years ago.
To Fathers and Sugar.
To Fathers and Sugar.
That's and snacks.
I can vouch for that.
Got to use wet wipes. There you go.
You just carry these around with you?
Damn right.
What the
Oh shit.
Come on, we gotta go. Just calm down. Calm down.
Oh. You can't really do anything about it. Oh.
Oh, that's the way he's telling her?
Yeah.
Any place around here without a million bloody cameras.
It's the trick that Mallory taught him,
Yeah.
hiding in the back seat. Which is, if you've seen any movie ever, then you would know about that trick.
Was that like a sign for stop following me with the cigarettes or what it was?
I said if he hurt you, I would kill myself in front of Ryan.
Whoa.
And my last words would be, your father did this to me. Ryan can't climb that fence.
He's not there to save Ryan.
Okay, so we got 2 rooms, 3 of us, so I guess I'll be bunking with MM. Naturally.
Good choice.
Oh no.
He's a snorer, of course.
And he's wide awake.
Yep.
Yep.
Nobody likes Amador.
And that.
This is in my top 3 for sure.
Yeah, the one that Black Noir was talking to.
Oh my god! That was... I was so good.
Oh my god!
I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that. You're not gonna... Nope.
No.
It's harder than it looks.
It's like living with a loaded gun in my face.
Do you feel that way now?
Yeah, of course.
They would probably be a very happy couple if it wasn't because of everything going on.
Yeah.
So he asked me to get one of these with him. 2 weeks later, he broke up with me. I fucking hate Ed Sheeran.
What the fuck is up with these interviews? She had like the most perfect teeth ever, by the way.
You know, Ryan's happy, and that's what matters. You're gonna like him.
Not so sure about that.
Yeah. He's a soup, and he hates all soups.
He said you've been chasing after him for years.
Well, I thought he killed you. So, yeah, I've been on a bit of a warpath.
A bit? Might not be the best role model for a kid, but he's still a better role model than fucking Homelander.
Scoop for you, Maria. Maeve here is a strong, proud lesbian with a beautiful girlfriend, Elena.
Shit.
And I, for one, am so proud.
She's threatening her on fucking live television.
Oh, is it so hard to believe that I want you two to be happy and in love? Honestly, Maeve, I am really, really happy for you.
Vought wants you to feel calm and safe so that you continue to buy their shitty toys and drinking their shitty energy drinks and going to see their shitty movie.
Why did Edgar hire her again?
Feel so calm or safe.
She's a good cleanup. No.
Not now, Kimiko, not now.
Mon corps, please. You will not survive.
Fuck, get out of the crowd. You're wanted.
Go home.
Whoa.
Just found him hunched over that typewriter dead at 55.
I'm so sorry for your
Not
loss.
here for your sympathy, but I am going to tell you that his fight got passed down to me. And I'm going to make Vought pay for what they did to him. And man, from what I gather, what they've done to you as well.
I am a hero for killing a black piece of shit like you.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
She gonna show us Stormfront?
Right here. That's liberty.
Yup. There it is.
Right, so what we were talking about before. Yep, that's.
I didn't know that about your dad. Sounds like he was a real hero.
Nah, he's just a man with a disease. Passed it down to me, and if I'm not too careful, I might end up passing it down to my...
Why are you doing this?
Ooh.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Okay.
I think that you are the best of us.
You just need a little help connecting with your audience. You know, change with the times. God knows I did.
They're both so not likable. I don't know who I want to come up, come out on top, you know.
You could disappear, all right? Just start again. Start a new family.
I have a son.
He's a fucking suit freak.
There it is.
He raped me. And when I found out I was pregnant, I went to Vought. I didn't come to you. Because I knew that you'd chase after him and you would seek revenge and it wouldn't be good for anybody. I can't. Every guard in this goddamn place is gonna be here in 60 seconds. I have to go.
Fuck.
Oh.
Huh. No one knows that till now.
What's wrong with giving pleasure and receiving it?
Thank you for coming in, Gianna.
Oh
We
my God.
appreciate your candor.
Anytime. It was really great meeting you.
So great.
Oh, fuck.
I thought I got to choose.
You do. And you're choosing Cassandra. Congratulations.
Okay, so that's what that whole thing was about with the interviews. And yeah, interviewing potential wives for the Deep.
Oh, I want you so bad.
Boop, 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 boop.
Not today.
I don't need anyone but myself. See how hot you are?
Oh my God, this is so surreal.
Really fucking weird.
Come on.
Nope, he got it. He got it right. Oh, what? Wait, what?
I
don't need everyone to love me. I don't need you.
Okay, yeah. I was kind of expecting that. Ah,
What?
holy fuck. What an episode. Episode 4. Nothing like it in the world. Yeah, where to even start with this one? So, like, it's not that a lot of, you know, action and, like, grotesque things happened, like, in the last episode, you know, with the jaw on the floor moments like that. It was more a lot of, you know, like, relationships between characters, talking about them, ending relationships and prior relationships. And it was quite the personal episode, you could say, for a lot of them, for a lot of the characters, and getting more into their psyche and, as I said, their relationship to other people. And Homelander just, he straight up killed Doppelganger. And as I said, I was kind of anticipating that. What I wasn't anticipating was Doppelganger turning into Homelander. And yeah, that whole thing they had there. But yeah, Homelander, he doesn't really know what to do, it seems like, or he's, you know, getting to a point where it's like, I don't need anyone else. I just need to be me, and I need to do this on my own. And then some of the stuff that Stormfront said to him kind of also, you know, rubbed off, that I don't need everyone to love me.
No, you need angry
people. And what she said, that's also true when it comes to, like, getting people on board with the use of social media. You can get so much done by just getting people angry. You don't need 50 million people just to like you, but you need 5 million people to get pissed off and support what you're doing. And she can do that like by just having a small team of people, you know, make memes and like other sort of social media posts where like it's not expensive at all compared to the whole campaign that Homelander he signed off on with the Save America and all of that. So it's just, yeah, it's interesting what's happening to him and what he's going to do, because he is still a very, very, very powerful individual who can kill anything or anyone at any moment. Maybe with the exception of Stormfront, because we don't know exactly how powerful she is, but
she's very powerful. That's for sure.
Very, very much, very much. Yeah, do you have anything to add to the whole Homelander thing?
Well, I think it was very symbolic in a way. Like Doppelganger turning into himself and how he basically killed himself.
Yeah.
Perhaps that image he had of himself.
Yes.
How he was supposed to be this god that everybody loved and everything. And then it was sort of like, well, also like a bit like a kill your darlings thing, but you know.
Yes.
Killing that side of him that was that he always, like his own anticipation of himself, how he completely just killed it.
Yeah, his own expectations and everything. Yeah, you're right.
And how he just, you know, now he's, I should say, possibly more. Well, I fear for everyone because it feels like he's losing it, and it feels like he's becoming more and more unhinged, and I'm kind of afraid what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and an unhinged Homelander, that's not good for anyone. And like, is he just gonna commit to being 100% an asshole now? Like, he was still trying to put on a face for the public and trying to live up to this godlike persona that everybody's supposed to be loving. But now that people are turning their backs on him, and with everything happening, and him, you know, symbolically killing himself while still killing another fucking person at the end, that could very well mean that he's just gonna, commit to being an asshole and just do whatever is in his power to like get what he wants and get the response that he wants. Or just, you know, I don't need to be loved. I just need for them to fear me, all of them. He could also go that route, which, that would not be a difficult feat for him, once again, you know, considering his powers and whatnot. But that whole situation, just with the doppelganger and pretending to be with Stillwell again, and even though he's bad-mouthing her in the public or, you know, in the media, it's just so disturbed. But that's over now. So yeah, that was definitely about Homelander and his relationship to others, the world, his fans, and the Seven, his prior relationship to Stillwell, and then his relationship to himself and how he sees himself. So we got that, and then also, another relationship that is kind of struggling, even though it was never really a relationship. But Frenchie wants something. He definitely wants a relationship with Kimiko, and he really wants to do good by her. And he knows that like she could maybe she could use some help, but maybe let her grieve by herself. That was an interesting thing as well, like how he's reacting to all of that and how she's reacting to it. And
but I think this is kind of that woman, I can't remember her name, but that woman, she basically hit the head on the nail there, that, well, you're taking this girl in, this woman in, and you trying to correct or fix her. You think that's gonna make up for all the people you have wronged in your life, all the people you have hurt in your life. And you think that when she needs you, or when you want her to feel better, you think that the way you make her feel better is
by making yourself feel better and kissing her and offering,
And that's just like, of course, if he might just, you know, be a bit shortchanged there, because he possibly don't know how to react to it and how to handle the whole situation, of which I understand, of course. but his solution being like, well, if I kiss her or like, you know,
that will make her feel better, right?
begin an intimate relationship with her. Well, that must mean she's gonna get better, right? Which is like, no, that's not how we're supposed to deal with things.
No.
Or like, I don't think. Well, I clearly saw that was not how to solve this, and this was not how to make her happy.
Yeah, and especially like they didn't have any prior intimacy before that. Like you could imagine if they had been together and they've been intimate before, then maybe that could, you know, just like with Butcher and Becca, like they still, you know, got intimate again and like comforting each other, and that made them feel a little bit better, but then it kind of shifted once again. So it could have been a situation like that, but yeah, Kimiko and Frenchie, they don't have any prior like history of intimacy, so that was not the right move there, Frenchie, not the right move. But I do believe him when he's saying that he wants to help her.
No, yeah,
because he does, definitely, he cares for her,
of course.
But as you said, he doesn't really know how to express it in the right way, or he doesn't really know how to help her in the right way, and you know, maybe taking a step back and letting her grieve, that could also be an option.
I also think it's this, I'm sorry if I am offending anyone, but I think it's a teeny tiny bit delusional thinking that, well, oh, you're sad. Well, I have the right solution right here. And it's just like, no.
Yeah, that's it doesn't exactly work like that, no. But yeah, I just mentioned them, Butcher and Becca. There's another relationship there that it was nice to see them together, because like we haven't really seen, like they haven't been in a scene together except for the very ending of season 1, and there they didn't have any, like we didn't see any interactions between them, and then we also learned what happened and why Homelander, he spared Butcher. It was because she was just threatening to kill herself in front of Ryan, and telling Ryan that this is all because of your father. Yeah, that's some heavy shit.
And we also got confirmed this one that it was actual rape.
It was actually rape.
And that was, of course, very nice to get like a loop on that one, like the loop closed, or like the knot tied, whatever. It's just very like, because I remember that we were very much talking about it. We were wondering about it. We had a long discussion about whether she was like what actually happened there.
Yeah. Was it consensual or not?
Yeah, and she even said here it was not consensual.
Yes. So yeah.
Everything I said, I won't take it back, but like I still think
we were both sort of right, like. Because I was of the mind that no, she did not betray him at all in any way whatsoever. She got raped and then she got abducted and like that sort of thing. And you were more leaning towards it was consensual, and
it might have been.
It might have been consensual, and she was doing something sort of hurtful towards Butcher, or you know, something that like potentially could hurt him, at least like by not going to him with this whole thing, and then going to Vought, and then that's when everything happened, and with the kid. But it also makes sense, and her talking about Butcher and how what was going on in their relationship, how he was always one bad day away from just pounding someone to death in the middle of the street. Like he was always on the warpath. So she knew that going to him and telling him about what Homelander did, that would put him even more so on the warpath, and it would have driven him insane.
Yeah, but it will also get himself killed, and of course you
that too.
If you truly love someone, you would do anything to prevent them from either hurting themselves or let others hurt them.
Yes, and that's the situation she's in now. That's the big fucking dilemma. Okay, it's either my kid or the guy that I love, because. Yeah, Homelander, not Homelander, Butcher, he's never gonna accept Ryan, because Ryan is a soup, and he even said it out loud, even though he apologized for it afterwards, but it's the cat's out of the bag, man. He called him a freak. Like he's never gonna accept that kid, and he's gonna try to get rid of him first chance he gets. And he was even arguing the case that, well, he's the property of Vought. He's $1 billion property of Vought.
I will be a fugitive forever if I
if I take him with me. Like, you and me, we can have a chance, but then of course she's gonna have to leave her son, and no fucking way she's
gonna
gonna
have a
leave her
second
son.
second Homelander.
Yeah. And that too, like on a personal level, of course she's not gonna leave her son because she loves her son. But what you just mentioned, yeah, she doesn't want to be responsible for essentially creating another Homelander by leaving this child and then Ryan not having a mom, or like a mom to be there for him when he grows up. And that's what happened to Homelander. He had no parents and grew up in a lab, and he became what we see today. So yeah, that's another fucked up situation. And now Butcher is maybe just gonna get out of there, or maybe I'm afraid for what he's going to do, because he's not the type who doesn't, just give up.
Yeah, well, clearly that he's going to do something, but the thing I'm most concerned about is now Black Noir is after him.
Yes, that's yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because Black Noir just showed up, and we've seen her before, right? The one working
Homelander worked her at once.
Yeah. At one point, yeah, exactly. But yeah, he just showed up, and he was like, "Find this guy, and I'm gonna sit here and wait while you do it." Very intimidating, man. Very intimidating. And she drank like
seven Red Bulls, and I don't know how many Almond Joys later.
But she did find him, but the footage that they were looking at, I was a bit why didn't anyone catch that before now?
Because he went to Vought, and it was a secured facility of Vaught's own. So I'm pretty sure they have like closed off that part of it,
Oh yeah, okay. So maybe no one is
secret.
Really keeping
It's
an
secrets
eye on
within
it.
secrets.
Yeah. But either way, now Black Noir is probably going to like
go after him.
Yeah, and making his way to that place. So a Black Noir versus Butcher, that's yikes, that's gonna be interesting. And just speaking of Black Noir, real quick, Homelander, when he talked about diversity on the team and all that, mentioned that Black Noir doesn't really identify as any race, or like, is that just
if
because
he's completely burned off, or have like it's a Deadpool situation where he has like
scar tissue
all over, then you don't really have a race any longer. Then you're not like,
in the conventional sense, I guess.
Exactly. Maybe that was a play on that.
It could be. Still want that guy to take off his mask. So, but maybe we're just gonna be looking at a Deadpool situation, as you said.
Maybe it's gonna be a Villa situation. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
We will never figure out who he is.
Yeah, and how he got to be the way that he is, and he's just gonna be there, and then at some point maybe he's gonna die, or I don't know. I find him very interesting still.
But they have to keep up some mystery, right?
Yeah. It's an element of mystery, and yeah, it's there.
Good fun. And then we closed off with the Deep.
And his they're trying to better his image so that he can get into the Seven. I'm still not quite sure what they're getting out of it. This church of
collectives,
the collective, or something. Maybe it's just having a soup or a celebrity being part of that collective, and that's what they want, and just to be the ones who kind of rehabilitated the Deep and brought him back to the Seven. But yeah, they're looking at potential wives for the guy.
Yeah, that's like called 101.
Yes, we're gonna pair you up with someone else, and they're obviously also in the collective, and like she's almost presenting them to the Deep as like samples, or some sort of product. It's all about products still. And he, of course, wanted to go with the last one because she was just very flirty and being very sexy and all of that, and just trying to entice him. But Carol obviously wanted to go with someone who's more down to earth and maybe more, likable and more like a typical housewife sort of thing. I don't know what they're doing here. It's just... Yeah, and I have no idea how it's going to resolve, but it's an interesting little side story thing going on.
Yeah.
It's the Deep got kind of into, you know, the main plot with the rest in the last episode, with everything with Lucy the whale, but like besides that, like he's still kind of doing his own thing. It's his own little side story, as I said. And another relationship I just want to get into quick before we talk about
the meat.
The meat is Maeve and Elena. That's the name of her.
Yep.
Yeah. Homelander obviously found out and just outed her on live television. How's that gonna make, you know, what's gonna happen to how people view her, and is Stormfront gonna, like, yeah, that's whew, I'm very afraid for Maeve as well, and for Elena, and like, of course they can't just have that relationship in peace.
But I actually realized something when he was speaking to her, when Homelander was speaking to him, basically threatening her. It felt a bit like it was a threat, but I couldn't help but wonder if or maybe it's just because I'm very naive and I want to believe in the best, even in the worst of people. And I couldn't help but think that maybe just there's a teeny tiny speck of him actually being true when he says he wants her to be happy and he wants, like...
Maybe, yeah, because it does seem like Maeve is the one, the only other soup that he really confides in, or like he used to, and the only one that he really likes. So maybe or respects in some way, yeah. So maybe there is an element of, I do actually want you to be happy. So if this is, you know, happy, like if this makes you happy, and maybe it actually was a fucked up attempt from him, you know, trying to be like, now you can just, now it's out. I did it for you.
Free.
Now you're free. And now you can just go live your life with this person that you love, and just don't fucking lie to me. And that's like, he's just tired of people lying to him, even though he's also, you know, good with the lying. But yeah. You could be right. You could be right.
Yeah, but it's either that or he's just straight out, like, it was a threat, but it was straight out, like, with some sort of murderous or malicious attempt. No,
intent.
Intent. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's either of those two. But I just noticed in myself that I was just like, I really want to believe this guy. I really want to believe that there was just a teeny tiny glimmer of something good inside of him.
Yeah.
And once again, I can be incredibly naive. It could definitely just be that.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, let's talk about
the meat.
Hughie and Starlight.
And their whole trip.
They went on a road trip. That was nice, you know, that they got to spend some time together, even though it ended the way that it did. But yeah, as I also mentioned, you can just see how happy those two would be if all of this shit wasn't in their lives. But then again, they probably never would have gotten together if all of this shit hadn't happened to them. So it sort of brought them together, and now they can't really be together because of it, and they're always in danger, and she's living with the feeling of, you know, constantly having a gun to her head with Homelander, and fuck, that was a scary scene as well.
Yeah.
With him just confronting her in the elevator and pressing his hand against her abdomen, and fuck, yeah. I totally get why she's like, I don't want to risk anything at all.
But I kind of felt like this, like in the end there, when she told Hughie that they had to break it off, I felt like the roles were kind of reversed, because that was kind of what he was trying to protect her from in the last one, and he didn't want her to be hurt. And that was why he was keeping secrets from her, and, you know, trying, like,
yeah, but now he got to spend time with her again, and he sees, like, you could just see him just looking at her in the car there when she was starting singing. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and just how much in love he is with her, and it all came back to him, and he was willing to risk it all just to be with her some more, and to, you know, keep meeting up and being intimate, and then, as you said, then she was the one who was like, no, we need to stop doing this, because something's gonna happen to us if we keep doing this. So yeah, it's really unfair, but it was still nice to get those two characters together in this episode and have them, you know, investigate this whole Lady Liberty thing, which, yeah, that was a confirmation too.
Yeah, we actually talked about this before the episode. That, I noticed in episode 2 or 3, we saw Liberty, and she was just like put in the background somewhere. And I couldn't help but have this crazy feeling that this masked person was Stormfront. I once again, I'm so afraid of embarrassing myself by saying something that's completely wrong. Even though I've done that many times before, so I don't know why I'm always holding back. But I just had this weird feeling that this might be Stormfront.
Yeah, and you were totally right. And even like some people in the comments who've been telling us about the comic origins and how the characters in the comics and everything, and that kind of weaves into this as well, where it's like, oh, she's really old, but she's managing to stay young. So she might not be just a racist or a neo-Nazi. She might actually be a Nazi.
A pure racist back from like...
Yeah, the fucking 40s or 30s or what, like, we don't know how old she is, but she was active as Lady Liberty in the 70s. And back then, like, we even saw like, she was killing someone for like just because of the color of their skin. So... yeah, fuck. She is very dangerous, and she knows how to rebrand herself. She knows how to use the modern technologies to get what she wants, and
she's just playing everyone, and she
really is. And I still don't know exactly why Edgar chose her.
I think it's because she cleans up good.
Yeah. When there's like as we saw in the last episode, where she made sure that there were pretty much no witnesses. And they could then spin it as the terrorists did all of this. But she's also bad-mouthing Vought a lot in a time where they're already in crisis mode because of the whole Compound V thing getting out. So she's not really helping Vought, but she's still, yeah.
Perhaps he has employed her exactly for that reason, because... she's gonna gain a lot of following, and then she's starting slowly to open up about her true self. I would call it that. And because people are soldiers for her, they probably can't see just what kind of person she is.
Yeah.
And they would start excusing her behavior.
But maybe she's just gonna go rogue, because I don't know, like, if she really wants to do what Edgar tells her to do and what he hired her to do, whatever it is. Because if she really is such a raging racist and a Nazi, then why would she listen to Edgar, who's a person of color? Like, it's my head is just spinning with all this shit that happened in this episode.
Yeah,
it really, really is. But now they know who Lady Liberty is. It's Stormfront. She's lived for a long while. We don't know exactly what her agenda is, but maybe she's gonna take Vought down from the inside, or rebrand Vought from the inside. Yeah, I really don't know. And Edgar's he obviously has some sort of plan in place, because
he must have.
Yeah, and he was smiling when they were just talking to him last, and everybody was just freaking out because Compound V it got out, and you could see him just smirking. So it's like, what's the plan here, man? What are you doing? But unless you have anything,
tiny thing,
teeny tiny.
Yeah, I just thought it was very nice to see Annie and Mother's Milk bond a bit about like over fathers and sugar and fathers.
Yes.
And we also learned a little bit more about Mother's Milk and where he's like what his background is and how he actually ended up with the boys, or with that agenda, like trying to take down Soups.
He inherited this disease, as he called it himself, from his father. And he does not want to pass it on to his kids. And we certainly got some more insight into who he is as a person and why he is the way that he is. And they even mentioned the OCD thing.
Oh, yeah.
With him. And yeah, it definitely does seem like he wants things to be, you know, clean and orderly. He wants things that he can control because his life is just such fucking chaos and has maybe been that way for a long while, ever since his father died. I could imagine that he's been doing this on the side and
Perhaps
trying to raise a
before
family.
that.
And poor guy. But I really like MM. I think
me too.
He's such a great guy.
And I think it was just so nicely, of course, that she caught up on it. But I think they actually mentioned in the previous season that he had some serious issues with like
OCD.
OCD, This disease that he mentions, like when you want righteousness or justice, it can become overtaking. It can overtake your life completely. And while I do believe that it's definitely an honorable cause, it can get to a point where it becomes obsessive. That's possibly also because obsessive compulsive disorder, this obsession basically also is in his disease, like a part of the disease, right?
Yeah. And it can quickly turn from, you know, you want justice, and it can turn into vengeance and revenge and all of that. Just, you know, Butcher, he's a prime example. He's definitely, you know,
past justice.
Yeah, and he's on the warpath all the fucking time, and that has consequences. And I think MM looks at him sometimes and he's like, I don't want to fucking end up like that, even though I'm on my way. But okay, fuck it. Maybe I can at least make it so that my children won't end up like that. So they won't inherit this fucking obsessiveness with, all this shit. But as I just mentioned, my head is fucking spinning now with all this information and everything that went down in this episode. So we're just going to end it here and say thank you guys so much for watching. And we will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.